Boys, it all comes down to picking the right person on who you're going to marry. So let's go through that from the start. You want to make sure you get married to the right person. For the bros, you want to make sure you get married to the good sister that, you all want to get married to. And so I've got a tip for you. Something my sheikh said to me when I went to him at the age of 25 years old and I asked for his advice. And I said, look, is there something you can give, advice, some tips or whatever? And he said something which was powerful. I'm going to share it, right? And it was, when you get married to a woman, and obviously this is for the bros, when you are looking to get married to a sister, know that she will be the mother to your daughter. And when you have that perspective that this woman is going to be the mother to my daughter, you all of a sudden now, your mentality is completely different to, I want to get married to my wife who's going to fulfill my desires. And yes, of course, I want you to do that, right? And that's very important. But know that she's going to raise your children, she's going to raise your daughter, and you want to make sure that the woman you're looking to get married to is going to be good at that. And obviously we want that as men, right? Having said that, this video is all about the principles and the rules that you need to put in place for marriage to allow you to have more money and make sure that your marriage makes you wealthier and doesn't make you broke. Because, by the way, if you do things wrong, you will end up being broke because of your marriage. Unfortunately, having said that, there's a default position, and I want to make this clear. If the brothers are thinking, man, I haven't got the money, I'm looking to get married and so on and so forth, what do I do? I'll say something. Get married, because the woman that you get married to, the sister that you get married to, brings her own blessings. And a story from my side, I got married at the age of 25 years old with just £1,000 in my bank account. Alhamdulillah, my wife, since getting married to her, and yet she only worked for the first 6 months, I think, of our marriage. Since then, she hasn't worked, so she hasn't actually given me any money, right? Not that she needed to, she didn't give me any money in this first 6 months. Since then, alhamdulillah, Allah's only blessed me. I now have, multiple businesses. I have 4 businesses that make a lot of money, and, Allah has blessed me so much. So your woman, your wife, the sister that you get married to, she's going to bring her own blessings. Don't stress if you are in the financial position right now that you want to be in. I would say get married. Now let's start with principle number 1. I feel like this is obvious and I just have to say this, and maybe it's a case of me reiterating the thing that you guys need to know. Number 1 has to be, do not spend a lot of money on your wedding. Do not get the big lavish car. Do not get a house on mortgage. And these are the most important things that I have to just get out the way. You don't want to fall into haram. You don't want to spend a ton of money, month 1, month 2 into marriage. And then all of a sudden, a year in, you've got all this debt and you're thinking, well, how do I get rid of this debt? I've got all this money that I need to pay and so on. And that financial pressure, by the way, it will make you have arguments with your wife. Your wife will be like, what's wrong with this guy? And guys, we know what is going to be wrong is the fact that you need to pay all this money back, right? And so that financial pressure will make you have arguments and have a stressful marriage that is just not healthy, right? So the best advice I can give is have a small wedding where you don't need to spend a lot of money. Look, if you can afford it, that's completely different. And when I say afford it, I mean you spend £10,000 and you still have £20,000, right? But don't have it where you go borrow money to then have a big wedding, and a week later after your marriage, you're thinking, damn, I'm in 20 grand of debt after getting married. And obviously, guys, when it comes to a house, rent your house, stay small, stay as small as possible in the beginning, because it will be huge. And don't fall into the trap of taking out riba-based loans, mortgages, loans, credit cards and stuff like that. Again, it will kill the blessings in your marriage. Issues will happen and things will go wrong. It's pivotal, okay? Now, number 2, to the bros, I will say, don't overpromise as a man. Like, you do not tell your wife, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to get you that. In the beginning, let's be honest, we're looking to get married to the sisters. And so we end up, I'll do everything for you. I'll promise the world. Don't do that. Because look, if you promise the world and your wife turns around 6 months in and she's like, oh, I expected a lot and you got nothing to offer now. Let's be honest, she's not really wrong for saying what's going on, because you promised the world. So when you're looking to get married, when you are having these conversations, don't overpromise. Don't tell her you're going to do, get her the Louis Vuitton bags, get her the Birkin bag, get her this, get her a car, don't do that. Because that will again create issues. It will create arguments and you will have a lot of fights when you get married. And why do you want that pointless stress? You need peace in your marriage, and these promises will 100% cause issues. Number 3, I think this is important, right? And me and my wife, we actually talk about this, and it's get married to a woman that, and sister, I say woman, and I hope the sisters watching this don't take this in a oh, he called me a woman, right? But get married to a sister that allows you to have your own time. You need to have your own time for you to be able to start a business, make money, financial success, all of that stuff. I mean, the time right now, to give you guys an idea, I don't want to show you my kids, right? But is 11:49. That's the time. My wife doesn't mind. She knows I'm working. She knows I'm getting things done. I'm recording this YouTube video for you guys. And so have a wife that is understanding that sometimes there will be points where you can't be at home. You need to work hard. And that is only because you can create a healthy, safe environment for your family. Right? As men, we need to do that. Now, if your wife is expecting you home every single evening and she has to have dinner with you every single day, and for 3-4 hours you have to give time at home, it's going to be very difficult for you to run businesses, for you to be financially free. And so have those open conversations that I'm going to need some time alone. I'm going to need to work on my businesses, and that will mean sleepless nights, working hard and doing whatever I got to. And that's okay, right? I'll give you a lesson here. I'll teach you something. That if your wife has her own friends, that's a good sign. Because I think if you're one of those brothers that likes to spend time with his friends, as I do, by the way, I like to spend time with my friends, make sure that your wife also has friends. Because if your wife doesn't have friends, guess what she's going to want? She's going to want your time all the time. But if she has friends and she likes spending time with friends, bearing in mind you can have Islamic good friends, obviously, right? If she likes spending time with her friends, she will respect the fact that you like spending time with your friends. Everything within reason is important. But if your wife doesn't have any friends, she's going to want to spend a lot of time with you. Whether that's wrong, bad, good, it's each to their own. But if you want to chill, do your own thing, make sure she has things that she can do when you're not with her all the time as well. And that, to be fair, leads me on to number 4, because in the beginning, the first few years, when you are spending a lot of time on your work, etc., you need to be open and say, I might have to work 2 jobs. I might have to work 3 jobs because, look, as a Muslim man, me personally, I don't want my wife to work. I don't want her to work a job. I want her to look after my children, my 2 sons, and I want her to look after my house and my family. If she's looking after that fortress at home, I'm happy. The weight, I'll carry the weight off the shoulders of the world. I will do everything that I need to do, knowing that she is looking after my children at home. There is no one better to look after my children than my wife. And that's what I want her to do. And so in the beginning, guys, let's be honest, you might not have that much money. You might have to work 2 jobs. Man, you might have to work 3 jobs. You might have to side hustles, businesses, whatever, in the first 2-3 years. But now, for example, guys, 7 years into me running businesses, doing whatever I've done, I am able to go away for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks with my family and not worry about money as much because I put in the hard graft in the beginning. Now, in the first 6 months, I didn't really get to see my child that much. And in the first 6 months where my wife was looking after him, I had to make that sacrifice. The sacrifice of today now, I can spend a week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks with my son and actually spend valuable time. That sacrifice was made in the beginning. The first 6 months of my child and, him growing up and so on, I didn't get to spend that much time, but I had to do that. I had to do that. So today I am where I am. And there are many times where you have to make sacrifices as a man, right? To then be able to enjoy the luxuries of spending more time with your family and so on and so forth. And there is no such thing as balance. Balance doesn't exist in perfection. You have to understand that, right? You're just trying, man. You're just trying to do your best. And whatever it is, as long as you're trying to do your best, that is good enough. Sometimes you're going to be busy in work and sometimes you're going to be completely family. Just try to balance as much as you can, but perfection in balance doesn't exist, especially when you're trying to do well in money. And lastly, I would say this is important because a lot of brothers and sisters are looking to get married right now, and in 2026, it's quite expensive. Marriage is expensive, living together is expensive, general cost of living is expensive. Things aren't easy. A lot of brothers, a lot of sisters now are getting to 30, 31, 32. They're not married, and one of the biggest reasons for that is, well, they can't afford it. They can't afford to live together. They can't afford to look after, the man can't afford to look after the woman. And he's like, let me get my money right. Let me get the finances right. Then I'll get married. The reality is, it just doesn't work like that. What I would say to you is this, and my advice, and share this with your parents if you need to. What I would say is, if you can't afford it, get married, do the nikah, make your marriage halal, and do the walima after. Life is very different to where it is today. 10 years ago, it was much cheaper to get married. And our parents' time, 20, 30, 40 years ago, it was even, less money to get married. Today, it's very hard, very expensive. And the worst thing you could do is, the youngsters are falling into haram because marriage isn't made easy. So make the marriage easy. Do the nikah if you have to, if, you can't afford to, and do the walima after a year. Maybe it's the motivation you need to start a business, start a side hustle, make more money, and get financially, in a better situation. So if there's anything you're going to take from this video, don't delay marriage. Have open and honest conversations with your wife, as well as the wife with the husband, right? Understand that you as a man have to take control and look after the house, and each has their own responsibilities. Look after your wife, be honest, be truthful, don't have pointless arguments, and don't spend money for the sake of spending money, because that will impact you later on in your life and later on in your marriage life. Hopefully this video was of benefit to you guys. Share with your family, your friends, like this video, plenty more coming your way.